differentiate yourself from other. You're just like a crackhead, not smart nerd. Like you smoke crack, you are a nerd, and you're just not that smart. So like you pretending that like you're I'm some cool guy living in the wilderness. Like we don't believe that. I know in your nerd mind you think there's some like master strategy because really you're like some fucking gamer nerd who like plays Warhammer and stuff like that's your actual dream. But for like normal people, I just enjoy like I want to blow off some steam. It's cathartic to just scream at a crackhead on the internet. Like I find this fun. So no, I want to keep you around. You're like my stress ball. Pause.
Yeah,
Like I
okay,
wanna. I
cool.
like you. Like if I didn't want you here, I wouldn't have fought. I don't fight people to not kick you out of rooms, to not block you, to get you back into God talk. I wouldn't ask. I wouldn't move. I would remove you and not move you down from the rooms I move you down from. It's just because you're irritating me and talking while I'm talking and shit like that. Like obviously, I want to keep you around. I like you being here so I can do this to you. Like, and it's not my plan isn't for you to leave because I think you're so much
Well,
of a loser
it just
junkie.
makes you
I think
look
you're
like
so
the
much of a loser
emotional little wreck
junkie.
that
No, but I
you
think you're
are,
so much.
dude.
Look. I think you're so much of a loser
Yeah,
junkie,
I've got
and
under your
you
skin.
have.
Wow.
Just shut up. Just shut up. You have no self respect for yourself. That like even if you just get insulted every day on the internet by some random person who you respond by calling an N word to or whatever. Like I think that's the kind of relationship you value. So I think you enjoy this as much as I do. So no, this is cool. We're both cool. We like this shit,
I
but you're not
really
smarter than
don't.
Sully, and that's
I
just it.
really would. I got better things to talk about
But you're
than
here
me
talking
being
to
mad
me
at
though. But
you and
you're
you being
engaging
mad at
me.
me.
You're engaging me right now. So I don't know. Do you want to
Dude,
stop?
you
Ask me to stop.
literally gutted out
I
our
want to carry
room
on. I want
and
to carry on
wasted a
doing this.
bunch of
Do you want
people's
to look? Wait, wait.
time trying
Do
to
you want to
rail
stop?
on me.
Do you want to stop? Or because I want to carry on. Do you want
Yeah,
to stop
because
or
I
what?
could talk about a lot of other shit. Yeah, I
So
don't
do
really
you? So
give a
you
fuck
want to
about it.
stop? So ask. So just say it. I want to stop. You little pussy. Say it. Say it. So
What
you
I
want to
would like
stop?
to talk about, what I would like to talk
Say you want
about.
to stop though. Just be honest about it. Why are you scared? Just say you want to
Yeah,
stop.
I'm done. I want to stop hearing
All right,
you
good boy.
rail
All right, good
on
boy. No
about how I
problem. Good
got
boy.
under your
I'm done.
skin
I'm done. I'm
and
done. If
be
you're listen,
emotional.
if you don't
Yeah.
want it anymore, I'm not a bully. I'll stop. No problem.
No, it's just fucking boring. Yeah, okay, I
I mean,
got under your
you asked me
skin.
to
Big
stop.
deal.
You
Cry
asked me to
about it.
stop. I mean, look. So now you want to go again, or you don't want to stop? You just said you want to stop.
I'm
So you want
saying
to stop
your
or you want to go?
fucking Venus doesn't want it. Venus, do you want to hear it?
Why are you asking him? Is he your dad?
No,
I'm
I'm
talking
saying
to
Oh my
you.
other
god,
people in
Don't
the
look at him.
room.
Look at
this
me.
kind of died out a half an hour ago at least, if not like an hour
Don't
ago.
worry about. Look, you said you want to
The
stop,
other
and I'm
people
happy
in the
to honor
room
that.
don't get to weigh in whether or not they want to hear you
No, you
constantly
said you want to
whinge.
stop, so I'm gonna honor. Like I'm gonna be respectful. I'm not
See
gonna
how he's
bully
trying
you.
to take it as like some submission W or
But
something
you
where I'm
did
just
though.
like,
I asked you, do you
Submission
want to stop? You
W
said
is
you want to
crazy.
stop. So you want to stop, yeah? All right. Good, like, no problem. I won't trouble you. Go on. But
That's
just
funny.
remember, and everyone listening, yeah, he talks shit, and then at the end, oh, I want to stop. Just like you know, I guess
just
I guess the
saying you're
crack
just
doesn't give
sitting
you
here crying
confidence.
because I got under your skin. It's actually
Why do you keep
funny.
repeating yourself? Do you
I
want to just
probably
carry on
should
or
let
not?
you just keep airing it out because it makes you look like uncontrolled. Like I really
What
have
is it?
got
What does
under
it
your
mean to be
skin.
uncontrolled? Yeah, I'm not controlled. What does that mean? Not in control. Is that what you meant? Is that what you meant?
Wow. That's high level shit right there. The
Bro,
pedantry is
it's
so high
ironically
level.
like this is the irony. Like you always sound
The
upset. Everything,
pedantry.
everything I say, you say this in response to. You're just upset because of this. Like that's actual being upset. I'm just on. I'm just on embarrassing you. That's what I'm on. So what are you on? Telling me that
You're
you're
not
upset with me
embarrassing me at
embarrassing you.
all. You're not
Okay,
embarrassing me
I
at all.
I disagree. So now what?
I've never took retard's disagreement as any type of
But no
indicator.
one thinks I'm retarded. Like people frequently call me
No.
retarded. Like, you know what's so, bro? You know what's so fucked about people like you? Like, people like Venus and Ethan treat you like a pet monkey, and there's gonna be things you say that like you're gonna have supreme confidence in the fact that they're laughing with you. When like most rational, socially competent people can interpret as them kind of like making you the butt of the joke. And like you just routinely do this thing where you go like, oh, what if Venus? What do you think? What do you like? What, bro? How have you got the
Dude, I've
audacity
known
to claim you're
Venus
like
for
a
like
smart
almost 10
person?
years
No, but how
now.
you like how you got the audacity to say you're like a smart person when you like constantly need to defer to people that are like your epistemic superiors? Like every time something happens, you go, "Oh, Venus said this in the debate." I was like, "Oh, and Venus said this one time." It's like, bro, like, have some pride. You're like in your
I
forties,
mean,
big
you
guy.
were the one that asked
Like
them what
you're
they
a
thought.
decade older than him. He's not your dad. He's not your dad.
You're
He
the
can't
one
save
that
you,
went and started asking them what they thought. So
bro.
I was
No.
merely just going along with you.
I ask people a random opinion. I didn't use them to rubber stamp every single statement I've said. Like, there's obviously a difference there. Like me asking the opinion of someone smart is fine. You going literally everything, and Venus did this, and Venus did that, and like one time Venus thinks I'm smart, and Venus and Ethan thinks I'm great. Ethan said I was great on the phone. Me and he's like, obviously they're not the same things. You fucking idiot.
Yeah, I mean, if you think that my relationship with Venus and Ethan is merely them just kind of laughing at me and using me as like a little clown boy or whatever, then you don't understand my relationship with Venus or Ethan.
It's like obviously they do. Like
Yeah,
you're like a
obviously
dirty
you want it to
secret.
be that
No, but you're
way.
like
You
a
want
dirty
it to seem
secret.
like
Like if
they're
you
just
ever wanted to
laughing at
seem like a
me and they
serious,
just keep
no,
me
if you ever
around
want to
so
seem like
that
a serious person, you obviously distance yourself from someone like you. Like obviously, like you know that about yourself. You even said that. Like you know you're like a dirty crackhead secret that like people obviously wouldn't want to see the light of
whatever,
day.
dude, you're
You're
broke
like
and you
some
live in
little
a shitty
whore.
apartment. You don't
I
even
mean, I
understand
don't
crypto.
think
You
so. I mean,
never
look, you
invested in
like,
any of
bro,
it. You're
like
an idiot.
you're proud of having £20,000 cash, and that's what you're using to pretend to people you have a million pounds. Like you're obviously an insanely pathological little fucking
Get
child.
get
Like,
on get on Discord and put on a
no,
live cam
thank
and walk me through your
you.
flat. I'll
No,
walk you through my
thank
house right now.
you.
That's what I'm
No,
saying.
thank you. I don't think you have a
That's what I'm
house. Like,
saying.
it's like a lie.
Yeah,
Like,
you don't care.
I don't
You
care.
don't
Like,
care.
like, bro,
Yeah,
I never seek you out in rooms. When I'm in a room with you, I'll just embarrass you. Like, that's what I'll do. It's not,
yeah.
of
How
course, I
about
don't
this?
care.
Embarrass me by showing me that you're not a brokey.
Why? I could be broken. You could still be a retard. What would that matter? Like, I wouldn't be wrong
Yeah,
about
but
everything I've
you're a
said. What would that
failure.
change?
You're a failure.
What do you
You
mean?
live
You're
in a
full,
shitty little
bro. Like
flat.
like you know what's so fucked about you? Why you're like amusing? You forget the different modes you're in. Like just today, you said like, "Oh, Sully's more likely to commit suicide than me," and like obviously that's false. You know why? Because there's literally stories you tell yourself of like, "Oh, the world's ended for me." Like, what about your little crackhead universe story where the universe was communicating with you? You wanted to go like fuck up some wedding or something. It's like you're constantly in some like existential crisis. You're literally like a teenage white girl. Like, yeah, everything's going wrong in my life. Like every other day, you're some like extremely retarded character. So for you to now come and it's like, oh, look how great my life is. Just the other day, you were debating Joy Wolf, I remember, and you were telling her like, yeah, my life's over. It's shit. I fucked it. I can't have kids. I'm ruined. But it doesn't matter. You're a whore. Da da da. It's like, should we take you at your word? Then how are you trying to flex on anyone? You're like some like fucking loser degenerate. Like by your own estimation, like
Jesus.
how can anyone
My
compare
only
themselves to
point
you? You're like insane.
My only point is that I don't come on here and spend 10 or 12 hours a
Here you go.
day
Here's the pivoting.
or even
Nah, you're not
multiple
gonna address
hours.
what
No,
I
I'm
said.
telling you what no,
You're
I'm
not gonna
not
address what I
pivoting.
said, though.
I can tell you how this all connects.
All right, go
When
on.
I basically said that Sully is the one who's mentally unstable, I'm saying because I said philosophy basically saved his life. He needs to have philosophy and to be thought to be intelligent and important in this rooms, and that's important to him. And you can see why anytime there's a disagreement or anytime there's some level of he thinks he's been disrespected, he literally lashes out at everybody and then claims that he's not coming back until XYZ demand is met, and no one ever takes him seriously, and then he's back 2 days later because he needs this place. What I'm saying is,
What was
regardless,
my
that's what
demand?
I
What are
meant.
you talking about, bro? Like, what? What did I demand?
Regardless, hold on one second.
What? Yeah, but you're just saying.
Well, he left, but I didn't actually. When I actually said the statement like, "Oh, Sully's more likely to kill himself," I didn't mean it like I, I meant it like as a figure of speech. I didn't mean like Sully is definitely more likely to commit suicide, blah blah blah. I was saying it in the context of something, and so I was using it as a figure of speech. And so, no, I don't think that you're more likely you're going to off yourself, or you're even like a candidate for somebody that would kill themselves. What I was saying is, I was saying it in a distinct context about how this place is more important to you and you need to be seem important, smart, and highly regarded. And then when you feel like that's been violated or whatever, people disagree with you, you lash out all the time.
That's
And that's all
definitely
I
not
meant.
true. I mean,
Come
I
on,
do
man.
lash out at people, but it's not because of like it's. You're like you're psychologizing of me. It's not right.
Well, I think it was for one of two reasons. I mean, the times that I've seen it, it was either under the one reason where you feel like you've been disrespected or something like that. And then the second one is like where they don't agree with you and then the conversation like just reaches this weird impasse and then you go angstrike and start insulting people. Like I
Mm,
remember
mm.
I don't remember
I
exactly
don't
the
think that's
details.
true.
I
Yeah,
don't
the
remember.
details are
What's
what
that?
matter because it's like in typical cases where this happens, it's either like there's a couple things that set me off. Like one is people who say one thing to my face and then a different thing behind my back, but then they'll at some point start like kind of showing their true colors where they'll fucking just start being like completely dismissive and rude or like giving me the hand in a conversation, trying to exclude me from the conversation, that kind of shit. That sets me off. And then just basically, if somebody is going to be like a rude, condescending asshole prick for like a long extended period of time, right, where I'm trying to like reason with them, right, basically, because they're sort of like acting as if the rudeness is justified because I'm just like wrong or something like that, right? Then I get pissed, right? So like I don't like
You
those are the
also
kinds of
get pissed at
situations for
being
me.
recorded.
For me, it's usually like I perceive them as already having crossed the line before they notice that I'm now crossing the line for them. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I've seen that. I've also don't remember the exact instance, but I remember it was a conversation that you and Sasha were having, and you were like, you had said something like, "You haven't even read any of this shit. Like, you don't even know blah 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 blah," and then you just started getting pissed. Do you remember that one?
Shit. Oh.
He
Not
also
specifically.
said
It's
on
not really like
other
nothing.
stuff.
Like I'm sure that Sasha has said something like that to me, but I have to know like what the topic was or something.
But you've got him mad at me, Sully, for not knowing what formal ontology is.
What?
Ha.
I don't think that's true. That's not.
I got the receipts, Shaymos, don't worry.
I got mad at you for not knowing what formal
No, I
ontology
got
is.
mad at. No, I got. What happened was, remember when you had that discussion on formal ontology in DMs, where you
Yeah.
were basically saying, "Oh, I think this is like a bullshit field," and then you got owned like completely on that topic,
The
and then
way that
you were
you're
like,
the way
and
that
then
you're
you were like,
describing it
and then
like
you were like,
is
you're an asshole. I'm not gonna talk to you again. And then you blocked me. And then what you basically did was you unblocked me and said, I don't really want to block you, man. I just don't want my like name around there. I don't want you to post me on your YouTube. And that's that. That's what happened.
yeah, okay. Yeah, something like that happened at one point. Like what's your point?
Yeah, I mean, there's going to be certain
The point
things
the,
which
the
there's
point
going to
is
be
like
certain
the
things
point is like
within
I don't want to be
philosophy. The point is there's going to be certain things within philosophy that you delegate ignorance to, and then you get mad when someone else calls you out on it.
what? No, it's okay. I don't understand. Like, look, if I say I'm not familiar with some topic, and then you say you're not familiar with this topic, it's like, okay, I know, but like if we're in the middle of a discussion where you're trying to explain something to me, right, that I'm not familiar with, and you describe it a certain way where I go, I think that, like that's just not interesting, basically, or something like
It's
that.
not interesting to
Um,
explore what the
I'm
status
not,
of
I'm not
objects are in the
trying to.
world and like what categorical scheme they
Do you
like.
understand
That's
like
what
what
you
I just
do.
said?
Wait, sorry.
Do you
That's
understand
what
what I
you
just
do with
said
the
though?
blob. Sorry, don't interrupt me. That's what you do with the
Why are
blob,
you
right?
trying
The
to fucking
blob
debate
jack.
bro me about
The
that
blob
topic
jack.
now
I'm
again?
not
Like what the
debate
fuck?
throwing you. I'm just trying to correct you, and you're
Yes,
interrupting.
you are. You're
Right, so
talking.
calm down.
You're
Calm
not
down.
correcting me.
Calm
I
down,
said
silly Sully.
based on how
Calm
you
down.
explain the thing.
Calm down.
Do you
Calm
understand?
down. Relax.
Oh, what is
Relax.
this? Is see? Okay,
Relax.
so Shameless, this is the kind of
You're
thing that I also
biting.
fucking
You're biting the
right.
dentist's
Like what he's
finger
doing right
here.
now is the kind
Look,
of thing that
Sully,
will
just be
infuriate me
quiet, and
because
I can explain what the confusion was. So, the
there isn't
purpose
a
of that
confusion.
discussion, the purpose of that discussion was to motivate you in a way so that you can agree that you sort of need a categorical scheme in order to make sense of the blobject, right? the
I don't agree
project
with
of
that.
meta-ontology is how you sort of devise those categories together so that you can make something into, let's say, like a metaphysical theory that explains like the universe or explains like a fundamental piece of reality. And that's what you want to do with your blobject. So I was like look, here's this piece of literature that you're unfamiliar with, and what are your responses to these philosophers that have objections against your view? And admittedly, you didn't even know what the field was. You thought it was bullshit. And then I explained to you why it wasn't bullshit, and then you just crashed out on me in DMs.
Yeah, that's not what happened.
Yeah, it is what happened. I have the
No, no, it's
screenshots.
not.
I have the screenshots, right? It's been
The
posted
way you're
everywhere.
care. Oh my
You're
god, you can
culpable.
post.
You're culpable for
What is
this
wrong with you?
because
What
you
the fuck?
yourself
Are you
believe
gonna? Okay. See,
that
Shaymos,
is what
you
the
see what
field
these
is
fucking people
referring
do to me
to.
persistently? Like he
No,
just
look, that
fucking
phase
paints the
is over.
picture and
Look,
won't
that
let me
phase
say
is
anything.
over.
He's just gonna
Look,
fucking.
that
He's
phase
just
is
gonna
over.
overtalk
Like
me every
I
time I
got
try to speak.
bored. I got bored of you being my doormat, right? Like it's no interest in me until I go over that again.
So
I'm
Shamos,
just
there's a
saying.
bunch of
I'm
people
just
that treat
saying.
me
I'm
like
just
this
saying.
every day I come
Yeah,
I'm
on
just
here, and this
saying.
I
is why I get
would
pissed off.
I think I could see why that would piss you off. I think that Arianis, if you're going to try to wreck them, at least
What do you mean
allow them to
try?
speak.
It's already happened.
I'm just saying, at least allow them to
It's
speak. Don't
already
just try to
been
bulldoze them.
put into the park that it happened, right? I'm just saying. I just wish Sully wasn't so revisionist, right? He just tries to like basically rewrite what happens.
Yeah, I mean, the problem is that you're so fucking, wedded to the idea that your story about what happened is right that you can't
No, it's
handle
not
me
my
telling you what
story.
I
It's
think
plenty of
happened.
competent
Yeah.
people's
Yeah, it's not
story.
your
It's
story, it's the absolute truth,
plenty of
and that's why you have to
competent
overtalk me every time
since
I'm
this
speaking,
space.
right?
Sorry, excuse me. Since this
Dude,
space
you know what?
tries
Fuck
to.
you, man. See,
Oh, oh, this is
this is
like
why. Like, this person is
we
treating
got
me like I'm not even a
low
fucking
energy
human
Sully.
deserving
We
of
got low energy
input to
Sully
the
today trying to
conversation.
be the Duracell battery
Who
bunny.
else got overtalked like this in this room so far?
Notice
Every
how
time they
angry
spoke.
and petulant you're getting, Jeb Bush, right? He's like the Jeb Bush of Clubhouse, Shamos. He's always low energy, but when he faces Trump, he basically becomes like the Duracell bunny, right? He's just tries to, try to control the conversation. But Sully, look, these things happened.
Don't talk to
They're
me. Don't talk
recorded.
to me. What
Do
are you
you
doing?
want these things to be recorded? No, we're friends. We're not beefing to begin with. But I'm just saying, are you seriously saying that I'm just like making up my own facts here? Let me just
Anybody
be
can go
clear
and
on
listen
that.
to your videos. I don't give a flying fuck. Go ahead and listen to
No,
them.
but you clearly do because you comment under my videos.
Yeah,
You do
okay.
watch them.
So you post a video of me. I watch it
Yeah.
to see what's in it, and I comment on your video.
No, you watched the entire thing
And
and
what?
you commented.
Did did I just? I'm sorry. I just said I watch it to see what's in it, i.e.,
Yes.
to see what you put of me on your fucking channel.
Yes. So
Yeah,
you
that's
are
what I do.
interested.
Yeah.
You are
Okay. Is that? Are you?
interested. You are interested.
Is this guy just like? I
No?
said I don't care if people watch it. You understand?
Yeah. I'm saying
Yeah, that's what I just said.
you
So what the
care
fuck are
enough
you
that you
talking
want to
about?
make a point. You want to care enough that you want to make a point that you didn't get destroyed, which is what clearly happened.
Right, yeah, that's clearly what happened. You can believe whatever the fuck you want, Ariana.
No, no, no. It's not just Ariana saying this. There's plenty
Yeah,
of
no, I don't
competent people
care.
that
Yeah,
believe
yeah.
this.
The
There's plenty of
okay,
elites
look,
that believe
I
this. There's
don't
plenty.
give
The
a fuck.
intelligentsia,
I
the
don't give a fuck
intelligentsia
what
is on
these
my
people
side.
think
The
that you're referencing
intelligentsia,
or what you
the
think.
establishment is on my side. The establishment is on my side. The establishment is not on your side on this one. You're the
I
little
know, and you
retarded.
care a lot
You're
more
the
about
little
it than I do,
retarded
buddy.
insurgent. You're the little retarded
Wait,
insurgent
who's
in the
the
corner
establishment?
jerking off to your idiosyncrasies.
Wait, who's the establishment, Ariana?
The people on Discord, the people on Clubhouse, they all endorse me over this idiot. Because he doesn't have any
Okay, so
charisma. He doesn't have
why
any
is
novelty
it that you guys like why do you do
or
this? Why do
expertise.
you do this? You pretend like you want to be cool with me. I could show that, by the way, if you're gonna start bringing up DMs, I could show people all kinds of DMs from
You're not
you.
gonna find one
I don't
DM
know
of
what
me
the
slipping up
I'm
against
sure.
you. You're not gonna find
Oh
one
my
DM
god.
of me slipping up
I'm
against you.
gonna find like
Every single
loads of
DM,
DMs where
every
you're
single
begging me to
DM
come
that we
back to the
have, every
room
single
and
DM
you're
that we
begging me
have,
to fucking
including
unblock
by
you.
Vienna standards, you are a fucking retard. Now I don't agree
I
with
don't
Vienna.
care
I don't
about
agree with
Vienna.
Vienna,
Who
but
the
I
fuck
take Vienna
gives a
to be an
shit? Like,
authority. I take Venus to be an authority. I take all these people.
oh, now you take Venus to be an
I take to
authority
be an
now, dude.
authority.
Wow,
You
how
think
the
you're a
fucking
dumbass?
turns have tabled. Like, what the hell? It's crazy. Venus is an authority now. That's wild, man. I
Well, he's
remember
an
when like
authority
you thought
relative.
Venus was
So,
like a
so this is
peasant or
how I know that
something.
you have a basic tracking ability. When I say he's an authority, he's going to be an authority relative to you, right? It's like indexicalized, just given the fact that we're talking about Sully here. We're not talking about Darth Arianis or Stephen Hawking or some bullshit. We're talking about Sully Sullivan here, little Sully, basically. So yeah, I mean, compared to you, I mean, all the elites are on my side.
So anyway, it's this to one degree or another, Shamos, that I get from like just like a bunch of the people who actively speak on here. You know, like it's just this kind of fucking complete like bullshit. I come into the room, people just start attacking me, insulting me, fucking. Oh, you lost this conversation. Oh, you were so
Yeah, and
confused.
Sully did a bad job. Let
I
me
try to
tell you about
explain
Sully.
anything
Sully,
about what
Sully
happens,
doesn't know
and then
anything.
these people
Sully
get.
doesn't know anything about the special donors and interests that say that he's a complete liar and a sack of shit, because that's what he is. He's the biggest sack of shit I've ever heard.
Okay.
Timothy is a retard too. I mean, we can go after him.
Or we could just not, we could just like stop
It's
doing whatever the
funny,
fuck we're
dude. It's
doing.
fun. Why are you trying to
Oh my
egg me
god.
on, man? What do you want to talk about? Israel? No, I'm talk.
Oh my
I'm
god.
tired of the Jews, man. I'm telling you. Is your boss Jewish, Sully?
And then they do this shit, Stamos, and then, for 5 minutes it's we just joking around. We just joking around.
Shut
You
the
know?
fuck
But
up.
why are you
It's
Hey, I
just
feel
retreating
back
to
like
and forth. No, but
Shamos?
I
Why
feel
are
like
everybody
you
you're
does this shit.
retreating to
comparing.
Shamos
Don't
over
compare
this?
me to Arianas like that. I feel like you're trying to like
He's
put
not
me in
being.
that
He's
Dude,
category.
I'm
incapable,
just
dude. He's
pointing out just
incapable
because
of being
look,
mean to me. This
this
guy's
launch
incapable. He
uh
gets mocked at
No, but like he
everything.
wants to
so
do
it's
He
this
gets
like
weird like you're
universally
not smart
mocked.
thing. My shit is just like funny.
I don't care what anybody's doing. All I'm saying is Shameless is saying, oh, you blow up on people. You get all upset at people. Right? And I explained to him like the general reasons why. And then immediately Ariana just starts presenting him with like a clear example of
Don't let him
exactly what I
fucking
was talking
manipulate.
about. It's
So,
crazy.
Well, how am I blowing
Sully,
up on
he
you? I'm
has
just
he has
casually
casual
It's not what
describing
I
conversations with
with my
said.
people.
That's not even what
nonchalant
I
voice.
said.
All right, Arianas,
No,
one
no,
second, one
that's
second, one second, Arianas. Look,
that's what you said, Jeb.
he has casual conversations with people, gets refuted on a point, starts like racially abusing them. He's literally the most spazzy person there is in the community. Like, don't you
Who is
dare let him.
Shamos?
Yeah, don't you dare let him try and antagonize you for like letting off steam. Yeah, it's cool. This you can
What?
use this app
Nobody.
cathartically to shout at people. Fuck it. Like it's one of the good uses for it. Like it lets you blow off steam. You are just some like hateful little rodent who like
I'm just saying why.
whenever you get challenged, you just start like straight trying to be like as vindictive as you can. And then when people call you out, you're such a little spineless twat. You say things like, "You're not gonna run me out of here. You're not gonna run me out of Dodge. I want to talk about something else. The room's emptying, please." It's like you're just like a fucking rat, bro. You start fights, you can't finish. And I bet that's been like that your entire life. That's why you're a scrawny little fucking tramp living in your fucking car. Because you're a fucking rat-faced coward who has no
Oh
network
my
because people don't
god.
like you. You fucking pussy.
Shamos, you gotta respond
Jesus,
for this.
Jesus, you guys gotta like calm down or something, Bruce.
Nah, for real. No, but like, just be good. This is how this started. He started because he was like, I'll be real. We were kind of talking shit about what happened last night, and then he tried to get involved, like he was part of the gang or something. It's like,
Yeah,
nah, bro,
I'm
fuck
sure,
you.
but like this is my
You can't
thing.
talk
You guys,
shit,
I don't know
Remember when
why
Sully
fucking
got
bitch.
owned on
the
the
shit
Detroyer
talking
thing?
is just like, oh my god.
Remember when Sully got owned on the Detroyer thing? I mean, Troy's saying, "Oh, it's equivocating."
Oh my god, dude, Jesus Christ! Like, see, like, what bugs me is like every time somebody gives their retelling of an event, right? If it's if it's so
Good
far
job,
off from
Sully.
what
Good job. Good job trying to give a eulogy
every
for your
time, see,
failed
this is like there's
campaign,
like
your failed
multiple components of
debates.
this. It's like every
Thank,
time I
thank you,
speak, I
Sully,
get
for your failed
overtalked.
eulogy.
It's just
Thank
like I can't finish like one thought. Like it's crazy.
That's just like Ariana style. Like I don't know why you're pretending. Like
Dude, it's
does
not just
Ariana do it wrong?
Arianas. It
It is
happens.
Ariana.
It's not just Arianas. It happens with many people. Like I'm.
Yeah, why are you targeting me, you fucking asshole?
No, because it is you, bro. Like whenever people get into one-on-one debates with you, you just start belligerently talking.
Belligerently?
Yeah.
I'm pretty nonchalant. I mean, I just like tell the facts. I mean, if Sully wants to deny them, that's fine.
Yeah, very much. Very apathetic.
And
Very,
he's
very
and
much.
he's the retarded insurgent because what was it, like 2% of people thought Sully won those debates? It was
Oh
like
my
the
god.
worst poll performance. I think he got even less than Biden did against
You know
Trump
what we should
like
do,
last.
Arianis?
Yeah, it's like
We should do a
even just
live.
calling them debates is just fucking
Yeah,
Yeah,
we
wild.
those
should.
are oh, so now they're
Imagine
not
being like,
debates.
oh,
So now they're not
I
you
asked a
hear this,
guy.
Shamos? Shamos, you hear this? They're not
Obviously, they're not
debates.
debates. Obviously, you came in and started asking me
Oh my
questions in a
god, the
room where I
cope
was
is
talking,
insane, man.
and then you just
Timothy,
posted it on YouTube.
let's
It's
delegate
not
to
like
Timothy.
I'm sorry.
Timothy,
Is every
Timothy, was it a
conversation
debate?
on
No, shut
here
up,
a
shut up, you
debate?
failed. Shut up, you
Okay.
failed e-dater engineer. Look,
What the fuck? Look,
Timothy,
see, this kind of shit,
Timothy,
like, is just persistent, man.
Timothy.
Like, it doesn't. And then he
Just be
tries to say,
quiet for a
"Oh, I'm just
second.
joking."
You
Afterward,
you
this is what he
fired
does, like
you
every
fired
fucking time.
Honeywell employee. Can I
Right.
talk to
So when
fucking
I say,
Timothy
like,
here for a
yeah, people
second?
are incredibly rude to me, and then I get pissed because they're
It's
rude.
just the nature
Like,
of these
this is an
circles. That's like
example of
saying
that.
I want to be a UFC fighter, but I don't want to trade
Oh my
bodies
god,
with the goat,
you're just
with
like,
John Jones.
no, I don't
You
want to
get your
be
face
whatever the fuck.
blasted if you go into the
Oh
ring
my
against
god, dude.
fucking John
I don't
Jones,
want to be
dude.
this kind of cringe like
Then
performer
leave.
for a bunch
Then
of
leave.
teenage
Then
idiots that you
leave.
want to be.
You're welcome. You're
No,
free
I
to
don't
leave.
have
The
to want
internet
that
is
to be
the
here,
internet is a place where you
goofball.
can basically hop off and get the fuck out of here. If you don't
I
like
Get
the
the
don't
way
have
the
fuck
to
out.
environment
fucking
Get
is
the
want
being,
to
fuck
be a
out.
performer for these fucking goofball
well,
teenage
you've never
kids that you want
performed
to be a
anything in
performer
your life.
to in order to be here.
I'm not
Arianis is
even
a
sure
Yeah,
you've
teenager,
see,
bro.
successfully performed sex in your life. But look, Sully, here's the
okay,
thing
that
here.
doesn't even make any
We
sense.
could
But
delegate to Timothy here. Timothy,
I mean, he's
were
got
the
two
were
kids.
the
He kind of
discussions
did.
that I had
He kind
with
of succeeded
Sully
twice,
were the
technically.
discussions that I had with Sully on formal ontology, can those be considered debates by your
I haven't
lights?
heard them, brother. I can't. Sorry, I can't comment. I legit haven't heard
Okay.
them.
Sasha, I think, was also in the room. Mark was in the room. We could go around.
yeah, anytime two people start talking about a topic, it's a debate for sure every time.
No, that's a
If it's
dishonest
about
reframing. That's
something,
a
it's a
dishonest
debate.
reframing. There was a proposition. There was a proposition laid on the table, and it's that formal
Right.
ontology is
Anytime
a
two
legitimate
people start
field.
talking about
Formal ontology
something,
is a
right?
legitimate field that
It's a
can
debate.
interpret these issues, and you disagreed, and you said no. There's a proposition on the table. You
No,
basically
I
negated
actually
that
just responded
proposition.
to what you were saying to me.
Yeah, you responded it by debating it. You
I said,
responded
I'm
it
not
by
familiar with
contending
X.
with
You
it
said,
and
oh, it's this,
failing
this,
at
and this,
contending
and then
with
I
it. But
responded to you.
nevertheless, you responded to it.
Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah. Because I say I'm not familiar with this. Then you explain something. Then I respond to what you said.
No, and I also gave arguments. It's not like, okay, there
Oh
was a
Jesus, man.
proposition on the table and there were no arguments given. No, there were plenty of
Just
arguments.
because I'm talking to somebody about arguments doesn't mean it's a
Okay, so
debate.
then what's the symmetry breaker between every time, let's say someone like the Troyer, who has like zero rhetorical ability, and you can't even distinguish like a normal conversation he has from like, I don't know, him just like buzzing words into the ether. Like, what's the difference between you talking to him about like, I don't know, some like bullshit Newcomb's problem paradox versus when you talk to me then? Because you're both contending on the
I've
idea
never
there's a
debated Detroyer.
proposition
I've
on the
spent tons of
table.
time talking to Detroyer about arguments, right? That maybe he and
Okay,
I
okay. So
disagree
then,
about,
what's the
right?
symmetry
And I've
breaker
never
between
debated
you?
him
What's the
before.
symmetry? Okay, look, you've never debated anyone in your life. Okay, what's the symmetry breaker between you and you debating Ethan about the triangle stuff? Ethan presents to you a problem against your position, and then you respond. He's like saying, Sully, this is upfront the problem that I have with your like conceptual anomalous position. What's your response to this? And how is that
What?
asymmetrical with what I was doing to you in that formal ontology debate?
Dude, Ethan and I had disagreed about something in a prior room. right? There was a prior room where I mentioned something, and he said I disagree with that, and then I said like, okay, I want to explore like the reasons why you disagree with that, right?
Okay, okay,
And
and
then
you
as the
disagreed with me,
conversation
and then
progressed, it wasn't initially.
hold on,
Oh
hold
my
on, and
God,
then
I
you
am not
disagreed with
done
me,
talking
and then
yet.
you
I'm not
disagreed with
done.
me,
I'm
and then
not
you
done.
disagreed with
I
me
was
about the
not
point
finished
I
yet,
made,
but dude,
and then you disagreed
okay,
with me
look,
with the point I made
I'm not
about the
going to talk to
legitimacy
you.
of
I'm
that
not going to
field,
talk to you if I
and
can't
then you
finish
said
talking,
you
dude.
wanted to
Seriously,
explore
I'm not
this.
going to. I'm not interested in you fucking clipping half of what I'm trying to say
There's no
every time I
clipping. There's
speak.
no
You
recording
fucking
in
look.
this room. Are you that paranoid? I'm saying
You record all the
in
time
the
on here.
room
A. I'm not talking
prior
about
to the one where we
Jesus
had our
Christ. You're
debate,
responding to
in the
a
room
half-finished thought because you're not letting me
in the room
finish.
because I'm correcting you because you're
You're
lying
not correcting
basically.
anything. You don't know what the fuck you're
You're
talking about,
trying to
Arianis. You
frame
you barely
something.
remember
You're
what
trying to
happened, buddy,
frame
because you just
something
have
as
this delusional story
if you
about like
lost a
all events
discussion.
that have
It
happened in
really
the
doesn't
past that you
matter
tell
because it
yourself.
wasn't a
You
debate. But
reinforce a
look,
delusion in
can I
your own
talk?
head about
What's the
things that have happened.
delusion? I mean, that's a buzzword, right? The delusion is the guy who says, "No, every time I lose a debate, it wasn't actually a debate; it was a discussion." Right? That's what Venus did like 2 years ago,
Oh my
right?
god.
Remember when all you
I'm not
nerds were saying?
saying I
Remember
lost
when all you
anything.
nerds were saying he didn't lose those debates because he was either drunk, and that really doesn't matter because people said the synth beat Venus, but Venus was drunk in that discussion, so they gave him the W, right? But anyway, you guys said it wasn't a debate. Here, we had a prior disagreement in the room prior to when we had that whole formal ontology debate. We had a disagreement on whether or not that's a legitimate field. And then you said you wanted
No.
to explore that. And then you said you wanted to explore
No.
that in a different room. So you're
No.
lying. You're
You
lying,
posted
and there
two
is no
conversations.
asymmetry. You're
Oh my
lying,
god.
and there is no
I'm
asymmetry
not lying.
between the Ethan conversation and my conversation with you in that respect. So get fucked.
There yeah, you didn't let me finish speaking when I was going to explain the differences. And now I'm not fucking interested in answering anything you asked me.
Okay, run
So
away and
don't talk
say,
to me.
I'm just not
I'm not
interested,
going
right?
anywhere,
Go
but
run
I'm not
away.
fucking talking to
Go
you.
go
So
cry
if
to
you're gonna keep
Clipper. Go
directing your
cry to
fucking
Clipper. You know
rants
you
at
got
me,
owned.
I'm
You
gonna
know you
ignore
got
you.
owned.
And you know what, Arianis?
You know
Like
you got owned.
every
You know
fucking
you got
time this
owned.
happens, okay, you just went through this shit with me. You just went through this shit with me, and you do it
I
again.
just
You
gave
you
you the
literally
lack.
cannot help yourself,
I just
buddy.
gave
Listen,
you the lack
you
of
will be
asymmetry. I
begging
just gave
me
you the
to
lack
talk
of
to you
asymmetry.
if
Can
I
you
stop
respond?
talking to you. You will
Are
be
you going to
crying
respond
in
to the
your
relevant
dude. Listen to
points?
me.
There's
Listen
a
to me.
lack of
I don't
asymmetry.
think
Are
you
you
want me to
going to
just fucking
respond to the
completely
point?
write
Yes
you
or
off
no?
again, Arianis.
Are
Do
you
you? Because
going
I
to
get
respond
listen.
to the point
If I
adequately?
have to
Yes
do
or
this with
no?
you again,
Yes or
if I
no?
have to go through this
Yes
with
or
you
no,
again, I
retard?
am
Yes or
never
no?
fucking talking to
Yes
you
or no,
again.
retard?
Okay. Right. Okay. You're blocked on fucking Discord and here. Okay. You won't be able to get into any room I have mods in. Okay. And this time, I'm not unblocking you at all. Okay. I don't care what you do. I don't care how much you cry about it. I'm not unblocking
I
you.
don't think
So
the
go fuck
world cares.
yourself.
Sully, this doesn't change anything. What's the lack of asymmetry in what I just provided to you? Yeah, that's what I thought, bitch.
What is happening?
It's fucking epic.
What did you think of that, Shaymos?
Oh my god.
Did I just hear "go fuck yourself"? But what's the asymmetry?
You know, I did a
Ariana
great job there. I did a tremendous
is a
job.
beast, bro. He's a fucking beast. Mate. Well, I hope it was worth it, Ariana.
It's Ganges.
A dub for a block. That was the trade.
Sully just needs to learn how to be diplomatic, you know. Tried writing the Abraham Accords with him, but he just decided to be like Iran.
No, you were Israel.
I'm always Israel. I mean, that's just
Yeah.
like the default, you know.
Mm,
Did you see
yes,
the
man,
picture
yes.
of Detroyer as Netanyahu?
Yeah, yeah.
That's funny. That's good. That's good, right?
Detroit just has this face that you guys think is just like just it in and of itself is amusing. So if you put it on anything, like everyone seems to chuckle. Um,
He's a chubby boy.
Yeah, Timothy, I don't know what the fuck you're doing right now, but it's
what
unbelievable. Again,
you are?
you're just being unbelievable again. Like I can't even fucking.
I'm being unbelievable. Did you say?
Yeah,
Okay, Sully, we can make a
And
like
what?
I just
Sorry, what am
can't.
I
I
we
supposed
can
can't.
to?
make a
I
peace
can't.
treaty
Like,
now, Sully. We can
What
make
am
a
I
don't
peace
supposed
talk
to?
to
treaty.
me.
We can make a
What the fuck
peace
am I
treaty
supposed to be
now.
doing? What do I get it? What
Look,
am I?
I don't want you to be like
what do you not get?
Aspergic. I don't want to.
Wait, what are you
I
saying?
don't
Wait,
want
I'm
you to
being
be
serious.
like
Shut up,
Aspergic
Ariana. Shut up,
Apollos.
man. Shut up for a second. I'm being serious. What do you mean? Unbelievable about what? About
Like
Detroit?
you're just like no. What?
What did I just say? I just said something about
Why are you
Detroit.
shining on Arianis right now with this kind of fucking behavior? Like I don't know why
Oh,
you
what do you
understand
want me to?
he's
Oh,
like
so you
delusional,
so you
right?
want me to
And then
Where,
agree with
you're
you?
gonna
wait,
tell him
where's the
you're
delusion?
gonna tell him you got the dub
If
to
I'm delusional,
incentivize this kind of
Oh,
behavior from people.
come
Are you
on, man.
serious?
delusional one,
I'm
Oh, is
saying
then
that a
that
joke?
makes the
Okay,
entire
everybody's just
it's
fucking
community
not a
joking.
joke.
delusional, dude.
Okay.
Bro, I'm saying by
All
his
these elites are
lights.
delusional. Then
I'm
that's
saying,
basically
look,
what you've
Sully.
been.
I'm
Wait, let
saying,
me address
stop.
this point because he
No,
just
wait,
made a
Ariana,
claim about
stop,
me.
stop, man, stop. I don't want to get blocked like you. I'm saying
What?
by his. I'm not trying to be like you. I'm saying by his lights, he earned a block for what he thinks was the win. Like what? I mean, obviously that was clear by what. I don't know what the fuck you guys are even talking about asymmetries. I don't know this shit. Like obviously that's what I meant by that. Like what? Bro, come on, bro. What do you want me to do now? Reprimand him. Do you think he fucking listens to me? Don't do that again, Ariana. Don't, bad boy. Don't do that
Oh
again.
yeah, I'm not.
Band boy.
Apologize now.
Yeah,
What am I
that's what I
supposed to
meant.
say to
Yeah,
him?
Sully,
like
I've
it's
been
just
really disrespectful towards you, and
one thing
I
you
can
can do.
agree I've been very
Yeah,
hostile
I'm
at
not.
times.
I'm not talking to you, asshole.
I'm not an asshole. I'm just
I'm not
saying, if you
talking to
think
you.
I'm
You
delusional,
understand?
if you think I'm
Yeah,
delusional,
one
then you
delusion you
basically
currently
have
have
to
is that
say
you think
that
I'm
like
talking to you. Shut the fuck
95%
up.
of the people on here that are considered elites are delusional for thinking you lost those
All
debates.
right. Well, I'm gonna have to start a new
You're
room about
disagreeing with
this.
the
So
intelligentsia here,
yeah.
right? So, is there something that the intelligentsia doesn't know that you know, Sully? Tell me, because the elites all agree with me. So, where did they get it wrong? And then he left. Dude, that was like Trump versus Jeb in the GOP primary. Shaymos, do you have an
Yeah, I mean,
analogy to that?
Timothy, you kind of went too far there, Timothy. Come on, man.
I was honestly shocked. I was thinking, bro.
Ariana sent
Well,
Sully
I was
back to
thinking, how
Cuba and
close to
rap.
him and Detroit are they? Like, what? You know what I'm saying? Like, are they like cousins or something? Yeah, Arianas, man, you need to stop being messed up to my boy Sully.
I just want Shaymos to weigh in, given his Monday night football talks against Sully.
Actually, unironically, I'm actually really disappointed in you.
Well, that's
Because
always
I
the
said
case.
like
That's
Super
unsurprising.
Saiyan, Golden, Sharingan, Shamus is
Yeah,
equal to Sully.
yeah, and also and you tried to like philosopher bro me, like you
How
tried to
did
do
I
the
do that?
you tried to do the but when you debate Sam about IQ, this is a different set of rules for a completely different conversation. Don't bring up that
What's
shit.
the What's the symmetry break?
I'm blocking you on all accounts.
Where's the lack of
I'm
asymmetry?
blocking you on all accounts, and you're not gonna be allowed into Gestalt anymore. I'm gonna talk to Converse. We're gonna ban you from Gestalt as well.
I
Where's
outrank you
the
in
asymmetry?
Gestalt, sir. uh,
Nah,
uh,
but you get like I don't know, like you guys let pettiness get like too spurl. And I'm being serious.
Timothy, come on, man.
It's not even close.
Timothy.
It's like what, bro? There's like some hilarious thing of Jack talking about how like Shamos is like the best amongst the theists until what's his name came. What's the guy's name again? You know, the one who pimped Daddy.
What?
Who?
The one who pimped Daddy.
Oh, Vic.
Vic, that's it, sorry. Until like he came along, whatever, and then like basically like no one wanted to hear his opinions and stuff. So when is this golden era? Is it just when he was the only theist that was debating them?
No, okay.
Yeah, like
Vic
2018.
was never a theist. That
Play. Can I talk to Sasha, please, bro?
Yeah,
Do you
but
mind?
keep in mind that you're just misremembering. Vic was
No, but
never
you
a
said I'm
theist.
not. But I wasn't there. But you said you didn't want to talk about it anymore. So just chill, man.
Listen.
Okay, so now
The
you want to
video
talk
you're
again. Now
talking
you want
about
to
is
talk.
on Godless's channel, and he's just talking about where I used to be, regarded as one of the better debaters. It wasn't that Vic came along and himself was a Christian or a theistic debater. Vic was always an atheist, always argues for atheism. Jack was just saying in that video how people had came to the debate later than me and had surpassed me in Jack's eyes. It has nothing to do. Vic was never a fucking theistic debater. He was always an atheist. Even Sasha probably knows that.
I missed like all of the Vic stuff. I was not around for that.
Okay. Yeah. There was only a handful of Christian debaters. Vic was never one of them. It's more Himothy like recalling incorrectly about shit that he barely even like remembers. But somehow it aids his point.
Yeah, it does.
Timothyan revisionism.
And
United
all
by.
he does, he's like a female. He just remembers how the conversations made him feel. He gets a general impression. You know,
Oh, good.
He's dialectically menstruating.
What's wrong with you? Something literally wrong with you. Sasha, were you in the room the other day? Like, didn't me and Caleb have a truce the other day? You saw that, right?
I don't remember. I don't
Uh,
think I was there. Haven't been
uh,
around much.
we had this like truce. We like agreed on a bunch of shit. It was like, yo, let's just agree. I can't actually remember the specific sort of details of the agreement, but it's something to the effect of like, look, we
Wait, was
agree.
your beef like even public? I thought you just secretly hated him.
No, Caleb.
Oh, Caleb the Jew. Like when I
Yeah.
was calling
O-
him
o-
two-faced and
yeah.
stuff.
Also, good job. Good job, Sasha.
On what? What
I
do
just
you
wanna
mean?
say that's a good job, Sasha.
Good job, Sasha. Fucking hell, bro. Who needs fucking enemies? But
Yeah.
anyway, Caleb, yeah. Caleb.
The Jewish one or the
Us-
crazy miracle one?
I'm gonna start fucking spelling words out for Sasha now, just in case, bro.
Mhm.
Just in case she goes to the DMs. Well, on the 9th of February, you said fucking hell. No, but no, we had a truce the other day, innit? Me and the guy who's calling me an anti-Semite. Bro, I
I
literally looked
remember
at
something like
I
that,
looked
yeah.
at the chat today. He's like, Timothy's a nasty bully. Like siding with Shaymos. Like,
No,
what
like
the
didn't you
fuck?
guys make up? I thought like your
Yeah,
friends, and
bro. And he's
he
straight back in
said
the chat. He's
he
straight
said
back in
he's
the
not
chat
gonna
hating
call
on
you
me.
an anti-Semite anymore. And
Yeah, and he's
you kind of like bent over for him as well, which was kind of embarrassing on your part. But yeah, you
yeah, no,
did kind of fix like
100%.
a truce.
Look, ultimately, the Jewish overlord's always gonna win. You know, like that's just a reality we have to
No,
accept.
I understand. I understand you're like anti-Semitic, you're critical of like Zionism, but just this behavior and the Zionists, you gotta take like
Say
your
again.
inner
I didn't hear
part.
that. Say it again. Say it again.
Now, I'm saying I understand you're not anti-Semitic, critical of Israel, and you kind of like hate this like pussy behavior. But do you think like inner, like you kind of like more anti-Semitic now than you've ever been?
I don't think I'm at like.
You must.
I don't think I'm.
You're
The
thinking
thing is
like
though, like no,
maybe there is something to what these people are saying about these
no, but
Jews.
I have a kind of rational position against this kind of racism, where like I think when you find sort of practices, cultural practices, or behaviors that are endemic within a population, I think one, I think generalizing is a bad strategy, and then two, I think generally I think like the goal of the racist, anti-Semite, whatever, is to say like this is a bug that's like
Yeah, yeah,
basically
yeah.
you know present in the group, in the group, which I don't think is true. So I'm never anti-Semitic. This thing, I understand how people can think things I say are anti-Semitic because, like, obviously,
No,
if
I
the
don't think
majority,
you are. But like, I think that it's a useful
but
heuristic
no,
that
to answer your,
if somebody's Jewish, they're likely to be more. There's
yeah,
like
like
a
a
high chance they're
Zionist,
gonna
yeah,
be,
like a
yeah,
Zionist, yeah.
Zionist, like whiny, complains a lot.
But then I think, but then the problem, one of the interesting things, like, I mean, technically that's going to be like true of like, let's say, black people as well. Whereas like, if you're
Mm-hmm.
black, you're likely to observe, you're likely to point to
A
systemic
crime,
issues in
yeah.
Now you're
society.
seeing the picture, Timothy. Now
And
you
then
Yeah,
see
there's
the
the
yeah,
tree.
Muslim, and
yeah.
obviously
And I'm
Muslim,
saying,
you're gonna be low intelligence, probably not condemn pedophilia.
but like, yeah, well, I think you're always going to condemn pedophilia. I think you're not going to condemn the prophet, but uh,
The pedophile.
uh,
I think you can put well, yeah, but I mean,
there's
like,
not Muslims aren't going to
there's
be
ways.
pedophile. Muslims aren't going to be like endorsing pedophilia, bro.
Well, there's ways to put the question, which is gonna make them to endorse pedophilia.
Oh, like as in like, is it possible or some shit like that?
No,
Like,
like by today's definition that you find in the DSM-5, is that like intrinsically wrong? Done at like
yeah.
any time in place.
You know what's crazy? Like Andrew says that like child killing isn't intrinsically wrong, but like theft is.
Yeah, he's kind of like insane.
I know, but it's this is weird. Like
Didn't Jacob steal from Esau though?
bro,
Isn't that like something?
Converse and them brought up just like innumerable verses that like disprove his position, and he just like it's bro. It's honestly it's like a childlike commitment to stupidity, where like the position that's like so unintuitive, not supported by evidence, but fundy spastics agree with, is the thing he always like fights to defend. It's just so bizarre. Like he has like MJ is like very smart, obviously, in terms of he knows a lot of theology. Not knows more than Andrew studied it. Like MJ's like the lying thing's dumb, the stealing thing's dumb, the da and like he won't accept what MJ's saying. I don't know why, but yeah.
Hmm.
But I'm not gonna lie, like if I was a Christian Venus, I would definitely be an anti-Semite.
It's hard to see any other way.
But no, but not even just based on the scripture and being kicked out of countries and all this stuff. Like
Yeah,
literally, you
100.
know, when you hear talks
Well, it's not
about
109, it's 50. But like, so if you want to do that, say 50, don't say 109.
was it like 109 instances?
Yeah,
Yeah, okay. Um, been kicked out 109 times. Okay, is that better?
it's hard. Yeah, I mean, I'd just say 50 to be safe.
I mean, when you get above 20, who who's really counting? But but like uh but it's also the stuff like you know when you hear about like the invasion of Iran could trigger World War III. You know, China can invade Taiwan. Blah 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 blah. It's like that is just like empirical support for the biblical claims. And it's like, and then you like fucking pan the camera to like Israel, the streets of Israel. So you've got all of these different political pundits and commentators on the edge of their seat, really nervous. The specter of war is is coming. And then you go like, this could be really dangerous for the entire world. The Taiwanese are going to be invaded. And then you see like, you pan over to Israel, they're like, yeah! Like, all these like Jewish people like jumping for joy. You're like the fit, like it augurs like there's gonna be a literal world war where millions will die, and you go to like Israel, you see everyone like jumping for joy and cheering that Iran is being bombed, and then it's like, and then you look at the Bible, it's like the enemy of all mankind. Like I don't know how you don't conclude that, like
Even without Christianity, really.
Well, yeah, I mean, I see why a lot
I
of
mean,
people
yeah,
think that.
like we agree.
No, we don't
Yeah,
agree.
yeah,
Nah, no,
yeah. But
no.
Timothy, come on.
And I said, yeah, like it's like a kind of like a filler,
Yeah,
but
but
like a.
like it's the first word that counts. Like you can't revoke consent, Timothy.
Of course you can.
I don't
You're a
think so.
rapist.
Yeah, that's not how that works, you missed.
That's literally how it works.
That's some like SJW stuff. Like we have the saying in Poland.
You imagine though, like, could you imagine like a defense attorney just like actually killing himself and his client in court? Where it's like, and so you're saying you said no? She's like, yeah. When did you say no? Like,
I'm pretty sure this used to be like a somewhat mainstream view to the point where like a few years ago, like my job, like some people were saying shit like that. It's like, yeah, it's not really legit. Like withdraw consent mid sex. I thought it was weird, but like to them it was like a very normal thing to say. It felt like I imagine like
no,
if you go back a few
I agree though.
decades,
Yeah,
that would
yeah,
have been
yeah.
like the.
Yeah, like I agree. I agree. If it can't, well, yeah.
Well, I don't agree, Timothy. That's like
n-
sick.
I withdraw. I revoke. I rescind. I retract. No, but I do agree. Yeah, that like that's what I remember once. That like I remember watching a TV show when I was a kid, and they were talking about how hard rape was to prosecute. And I can't remember, but I got the sense that there was like more than enough evidence there. It's like it's almost like the innocent until proven guilty is almost even stronger when it comes to like a woman being sexually assaulted for some reason. It's almost like the assumption is just that like they're lying, which is strange because if you like tallied them up, it's probably like far less probable in terms of just like intrinsically or whatever that like a woman would be lying about rape than she in
I
fact
don't
got
think we
raped.
really have data on that.
But you have an intuition, like I have an intuition that like it wouldn't be. The amount of women that just like fabricating these stories, like the kind of sociopathic, pathological, um, kind of like psychology it
I mean,
takes.
I don't think it's gonna be the majority. I do think it's probably gonna be like a surprising amount. Like it's probably gonna be higher than people estimate, I think. But yeah, definitely not the majority.
I, that's a bit of an like I don't higher than people estimate potentially, but like not significantly. That would be my
Like where would you estimate?
10%.
Yeah, I think that's way higher than like most would be comfortable estimating, especially on the left. But I think that's like sounds like about right.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, but take 10. I mean, I was not like I was intentionally trying to not go for like some hyper precise, but like take the. That still means that you should probably like the police should be like they do now, I guess, because of all Me Too or whatever. But they should be taking it far more seriously than they do.
I guess.
And interesting in terms of, like the threshold of evidence. Like it seems like back in the day, like basically you'd need fucking like DNA or something. You need like oh sorry, not just DNA.
Yeah,
You
but
need like.
that's just for like everything. Like you need very strong evidence to convict somebody, right?
Mm, I don't think I don't think that's necessarily true. Like I think. But like, yes, sorry, just to be clear, but I think
Okay,
that
so we agree.
the demands were higher for rape. Almost as well, I feel like because there's just like this like inherent like antipathy towards women and shit.
Timothy, you had me at yes. That's like the rapist who ignored to revoke consent. I stopped listening after you said.
Yeah. Oh, I heard something today. I was
Mm-hmm.
scrolling through Instagram. There's an anime called something about mystery. It was like the top 10 of new animes. Um,
It has mystery in the title, or
yeah, it has mystery in the title. Fuck, I forgot the name. I should have screenshot it as well. I was in full scroll mode. Your something mystery. Hold on. Maybe mysterious. Just actually, just do top animes this year. You'd find it that way.
let's see.
What are you gonna find?
No,
It's a
I was just
mystery.
like, I was scrolling. Say again.
It's a mystery.
Maybe mysterious.
Mysterious. But it's like an anime.
Yeah, it's not like a one-word title. It's just got mystery in it.
Lord of Mysteries?
Maybe.
Is it Lord of Mysteries? Is that the
Yeah.
one?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Maybe.
yeah.
Is it
That's a
good?
famous one. No, that shit just ass. But if you want to watch a good recent one, watch Sakamoto Days. It's like a GOAT anime. That's like ongoing now.
Is this new though? Because why did he say that it was? I thought it
Lord
was
of
Also,
the
is
just
that
good.
Lord of
Mysteries.
the Mister? That one is Chinese, isn't it?
Yeah, it's not an
So
anime,
it's not.
Timothy.
Yeah, so it's not an anime. Yeah.
Look, I'm not gonna lie. Like, you guys
That's why
can
I
have that
couldn't find it.
conversation. Miss me with that bullshit. Like, I'm not really interested in that kind of like. It's an anime to me.
Yeah, but China and Japan are different countries, and if you don't
Countries. Yeah.
acknowledge it, I'm gonna tell Piper.
Listen,
Yo, just watch
look,
Death Note.
they have the
What?
same. They both have the same. You know, spatial awareness. So as far as I'm concerned, that's how we're gonna determine ethnic membership. Okay.
What do you mean spatial awareness? What?
As in, they both take the precise, like exactly the same amount of time to reverse park. Fuck am I? What's the phrase for fucking hell?
Yeah, Sasha, do you like Death Note?
Parallel park. Fuck me. I don't know why it took me so long.
Oh yeah, funny. Sorry, what?
Do you like Death Note?
Uh,
I told
yeah,
him to watch that one, but he was just like, "No, that's like something from like 2007. It's
I
mainstream.
didn't say no to
I don't want
anything.
to watch
I didn't say
it."
no to Monster. I didn't say no to that. So don't lie.
You
no,
did say no
I
to
kind
No,
of.
I didn't say no. I just said I said all right.
Sasha. There's no trash like Death Note when I recommended it to him.
He probably did. No, yeah, I kind of like Death Note Milif. The first part is like really good. I think it's a good intro anime.
Yeah,
Second
absolutely.
part is even better.
Wait, but
The second one's
That's
shit.
insane.
what can you guys collectively construct a um like top five that you kind of agree on? So no one gets to
Like
put in some
that
idiosyncratic like
that Note is gonna be there. I don't think Sasha will dispute that.
Attack on
Yeah.
Titan.
Well, you
Psychopass
you're
is
already
gonna be
watching
there.
Attack on Titan.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Attack on. Yeah, excluding Attack on Titan, Psychopass is gonna be there, obviously.
Sasha.
Mm,
Psychopass. I've seen a bit of it. I think it was pretty good. And I've heard good things. I would say that's like pretty okay. Yeah.
Okay, Death
Kengan
Note,
Ashura is
Psychopass.
gonna be there.
Definitely not.
One
Okay.
Piece.
Okay,
Yeah,
remember
the
he's
manga
gonna be
is
watching
good.
the anime. He's not gonna be reading
Yeah,
it.
yeah, the anime was true.
Well, you read
That's
manga,
why.
Venus.
Yeah, sometimes the manga is like
Oh,
vastly
hold
better
on.
than
Let
the
me put
anime.
that. Hold on. Let me put that in my notebook. I need to
But
next to
sometimes you
what? So
just
hold on.
have
Wait.
to
I'm gonna
read
put
the
it next to
manga.
the. I'm gonna put it next to the 1-1 score. 1 second.
Just watch Dragon Ball Z.
No, that's too long, and he probably already knows what like
I've already watched Dragon Ball
happens.
Z since I was a kid.
That's where like Super Saiyan Golden Shaymos is from.
Yeah. Yeah, Venus.
Ultra
I'm not even
Instinct
gonna lie. Like
Shaymos.
you and Sasha are like some petty people though.
Why?
It's like that was like mad what you guys are trying to do to study at school.
No, that I'm just being truthful. But you're the like petty one. You like lost 3 debates in a row when you're trying to like excuse. You didn't know what a normative principle was. You
Yeah,
didn't
I do
know
know what.
what like the
Shut up.
etymological
Wait,
fallacy is.
hold on. No, you're accusing me of like being responsible for giving some like normative kind of definition, not like I didn't know what it was. How does that like? How does
Sasha,
this
if you
fuck?
say if I say why do you want it, and you say because I have the
Yeah, but
desire,
that's
is
not. Wait,
that a
wait, wait, wait. Hey,
normative?
hey, listen,
Is
dum
that
dum.
just
Listen,
appealing to a normative principle or not?
Sasha. Me appealing to a normative principle and me not knowing what a normative principle are two very different things. I could use
Oh,
the
that's
term in
not
the.
why.
I
No, no,
can use
that's
this.
not
No, that's what
why.
you just said now. That's what you just said
No,
now.
you
Is
said.
that not what
I'll
you
tell
just?
you what.
Sasha,
That's not
what
what
did
I
he
said.
just say now? What
I
did he
said
just say right now?
I gave you an example because you
Timothy,
said
please stop
earlier with the
interrupting Venus.
Shamus thing. Yeah, earlier you said that's not a normative principle.
I didn't use. Look, you're
That's
saying no. You're saying I used a synonym, right? Not like the name of the word. And yeah, cool. If something's like some kind of semantic prime or something, and I just restate the point, then that's not me like engaging in normative. That's just me telling you that it's irreducible.
no,
Yeah.
that is a normative principle.
Okay. So no. So define. I disagree.
Look, if what
If
you
like
wanted
someone
to say
reasserts,
is
if someone
if you.
reasserts a point, it's not a
Mhm.
dormant principle. I'm not defining it in terms of like the same term. I'm just telling you this is why, because
when
I
I
want to
when
do it.
I
Because
when
I
I ask
want to
you,
do it.
I'll walk you through this. When I ask for a why, when I ask a why question, I'm asking for an explanation.
I don't
Just
give you.
restating
Who gives a
restating the
shit what you want?
explanandum.
Who gives a shit what
I'll
you're
I'll
asking
t-
for?
no, no, no.
I'm
I'll tell
telling
you.
you.
I'll tell you where you took the L. Like you have to find. It's kind of like Waldo with you. Like you know the Finding Waldo. Like with you, I have to show you where Waldo is so you can understand the L. So the
Okay.
thing
All
is,
right, Mr. All
I
right, Mr.
I
Etymology. Go on.
and I'll walk you through that one as well.
No, but
So
that
I
that one
asked
like
you.
like that one unironically you got smoked, and now you
I
and just the evidence, the fact that you don't even believe the nonsense you say, you called it 3-0 yesterday. So if it was another L today, it'd be 4-0, right? But in the same way
It
you
is
got
4-0.
you said 3-0, dum dum. But just in the same way you
I
got
want
fucking
to remove one out
yeah,
of
yeah.
friendship.
Just yeah, okay. But
I
just
did.
in the same
I
way you got
removed a
smoked
point
in
out of
the in the
friendship.
same in the same way you got smoked by Sam and you didn't even understand, like you didn't even know like what number you, because you're so desperate to cheat with Daniel, you didn't even know what number question you guys were on. Like you don't even know what's going on now.
Wait, but you agreed
You
with me that
etymology.
you agreed with me that Sam was cheating.
I agree you need to troll Sam.
No, that's not. That's just some like retconning bullshit right there. But let's. Yeah, Sasha. If I say, look, Sasha, what's the etymological fallacy? Is it the following? Is it to say that the correct usage of a term or the real meaning of a term is tied to its etymology? Is that the etymological
No, no,
fallacy?
but why are you asking? Like, just tell her what happened. Don't ask her some question that you think favors you. Like, Sasha, this is what he said, yeah? I said he's a fake
I,
African, which just to be clear, is just a fact. And then he got triggered, yeah, and he just wouldn't
I
let it
said we're
go.
the
And then
OG
he
Africans,
came, nah,
and then
don't
I
shut
gave
up.
the etymology,
Shut
and
the
then I
fuck
gave the
up. And then he
etymology
get
of
look,
the
look, and
word.
then he came back, Sasha, he was like, we're the real Africans. Do you know where the word African
I,
comes from? It comes from the Tunisian word Afri. Tunisian people are free. And then I was like, what kind of? I was like, that's an etymological fallacy. And he said,
it's
no, it's
not.
not. No, it's not. But obviously, his idea is supposed to be because some people, Tunisian people, were named African. That's what it means now. No, it
No, I
doesn't.
never. That I would
African
never
means
argue something like
African
that.
means obviously
That's
that
not
is
what
the
I.
no
That's not
no
what I was
that is the
arguing.
clear implicator of what you said. Obviously,
No, I.
African people are not considered people who are at one point in history called Afri,
Yeah,
Afri. That's not
that's
what
not.
people
That wasn't
mean.
my
Okay,
point.
that's not what
That
anyone
wasn't
means.
my
So
point.
when you say I'm a real African, because some Tunisians, which just to bear in mind, you're not even fucking Tunisian anyway, because some Tunisians at some arbitrary point in history were called Afri, Afri. Obviously, doesn't make you a fucking African in the contemporary sense of the
That's
word.
not.
So
That's
you
not
just
my
be engaging in an
point.
etymological fallacy,
That's not
Mister
what an etymological
Professional
fallacy.
Epistemologist. I'm cooking out
Well, I
here,
can.
bro. Frying you
No,
bitches.
you're getting cooked. You're getting cooked. Like maybe
Alright,
you
go on.
need to
Now
do
you tell
some.
your hey. Now you tell your
Like
story.
that's why you're confusing epistemology with like linguistics as well. But that's another thing.
Wait, but okay, that's
But
another L. Okay, now I'm up 2-1 because you just so 3-1, 3-1, 3-1. Yeah, because you just said, "How am I confusing them?" I'm just. Is that not your title, professional epistemologist that you earned
yeah,
yesterday?
but this is gonna be
How
a
does that have
linguistic
anything to do?
thing.
I just said I
This
cooked with
is
a professional epistemologist. How does that have anything to do with whether or not this
this
is
is just some
linguistics?
this. It's just some dishonest stuff. But we can. I
Four
can
one. He
take the
doesn't
fifth
understand it.
victory
He
as
doesn't
well.
even understand what I'm saying. It's 4-1 now. 4-1.
And Sasha, I was saying, Sasha, my point was, I can't be a fake African. We're the OG Africans. That's my point.
Hmm.
We're the first one we're called Africans. That was my point. I wasn't saying the real meaning of the term refers to us. I wasn't making like a
No, but you could
linguistic
still
point at
not be an
all.
African. So why would you contest it?
No, I am an African. I am
Such
the
if
OG
I say
African.
he's not an African because he's an Arab and he's not indigenous to the land, and he responds, "I am an African because some people at some arbitrary point in history were referred to by Afri, and Afri is the root word of African." Is that
Might be
not an
an
etymological
etymological fallacy.
fallacy?
That might very well be.
Come on
No, it's
now.
not.
So
I'm
that's
not
look.
talking. No, it's
No,
not.
no, you
I'm
don't
not
outrank
talking
you
about the
don't outrank
meaning.
Sasha. You
I'm
don't
not
outrank
talking about the
Sasha.
meaning of the
It's
word.
done.
I'm
It's
not
done,
saying this
bro.
is what the word
Bro,
means.
bro,
I'm
bro,
saying
bro.
we're the first one who are
It's
called
bro, bro, bro.
because we're the OG
No,
Africans.
but
It's
that
finished,
So
you
if
are
there's
G.
any
talking about.
such notion as a real African, that would count in favor of me being a real African. That's the point that
No,
I'm
but
making.
you are talking about the meaning because you're saying that look, me and my people of Morocco, we are part of the denotation of the term, and that's because
No, I'm not
like you
talking
know
about. No, look. There's this thing in common
No, it's
parlance where you
over,
say
man. It's
where.
over.
No, it's not. I never said that. Like this is what the word actually means. I was never talking about what the meaning of the word or
No,
what it
you
picks up.
literally said we are the real Africans. There's a recording, you know. You
Linguistic
said,
notion.
look,
This
you said
silly
D.
notion of a
Remember, you're talking
real.
to D. You're talking to
Hold,
D. You
hold
were
on,
like,
hold on. No. You have a silly notion, which is like a culture notion. Like when people say you're not like a real man, you're not like a real this. You're talking about like real Africans. And I'm saying if you want to use that like silly culture notion of being real, we would be the real Africans because we're the OG Africans.
why?
No,
No,
because we're
real
the
African.
OGs.
No. Real African here means the contemporary notion of African, which is those people that are like indigenous to the land or those people that are like from the land, quote unquote.
Yeah,
Now,
but we are
obviously,
indigenous to the
no.
land.
But obviously, there's no like national African identity, right? So, for instance, people will say of white South Africans, they're not actual Africans, right? And that like makes sense to a lot of people. You know, like if a panda's born in a stable, is it a horse, right? Like obviously, you know, the horse doesn't refer to stable creature. And like there's a notion of indigeneity. So when
But
I'm
we're not
saying you're
talking
not
about
real, hold on. When I'm saying
references.
not
We're not.
real, and you recognize that, and you respond with no, right? No, we are. And then what you offer in terms of support for that claim is that like there was a naming process by which like there was a historical sort of naming process that you were somewhat involved in, right? This historical kind of tokenization or something. Yeah, that is just kind of what it means to be an etymological fallacy. Because what the fuck does that
No,
have to
it
do with the
can't
claim?
be the
What the fuck
etymological
does that have to
fallacy
do?
because
No, but
I
listen, what
made
does that have
no
to do with
claim.
no, but listen. What does that have to do with the current claim of indigeneity? Fuck all. Like you just being named some shit at some arbitrary point in history. What's that got to do with right now? What it means right now? What it means right now is that you're from here
So
and you're not
no,
from
no, no,
here.
no, no. Look. You were talking about
By the way,
this
you know I'm
notion of
joking.
real.
I don't not actually think you're not from there, but just FYI before you get triggered.
Wait, no. Sorry, I was just picking up on this like silly notion of real. You weren't talking about native being indigenous. Obviously, the Berbers are going to be indigenous. You wouldn't like dispute that.
But
I was
you're
talking
not
about the
You're
silly.
not Berber though.
Well, well, genetically speaking,
No,
I
you
could
literally
claim I
said
can
you
make.
weren't a Berber the other. But stop it
Yeah,
now.
I
Now
said
you're just
yeah, but I said Arab is a cultural identity, not like a
yeah, but
biological genetic
nevertheless,
identity.
you said you weren't a Berber, and all I'm just saying is like joke or sincere. I said you weren't an
Uh huh.
African, and the way you
Sure.
like let's just say, look, let's say you are a
Wait,
fucking
wait, but is
African. It
this
would still
notion
be an etymological
indigenous?
fallacy.
No, it's not. As long as I did not make claim about what the correct meaning of the term is, that there's like this.
That is
This
what you're
is the
saying
meaning of the word
implicitly.
in virtue of
No,
its
but
etymology.
what are
Is
you serious? Like, bro, if I'm saying you're fake and you're like, no, and then you say
yeah,
this,
but
you literally are implicitly saying this is what
I'm
it
not
means.
taking the real. I'm not taking the real and the fake there to be a thesis about meaning, about semantics of the term Africa.
Bro, now you're trying to sully me out of this conversation. Behave yourself,
Now,
bro.
I'm not at all.
You got
Like, look,
caught in
when
the
people
fallacy.
absolutely look when people say you're not a real man, they're not talking about like the definition of the term
Yeah,
man
all
to
right,
me.
Sully.
So if I make okay, never mind. Thank you, Sam. Thank you, Sam. Thank you, Sam Rosen.
Yeah, look. So that one was an L yesterday. So
No,
basically, I
it
think
was.
this is what I think we
You
should
just
do.
tapped. You just tapped out now by calling me Sully.
What are you gonna like? What are you gonna tell me? Oh, if a ball, look, a raven isn't a
It was a
fucking
come on.
red.
semantic.
It
Is it
was
a
a red
semantic?
rubber ball.
It
It's a
isn't a
red
semantic
rubber ball.
thesis. The raven isn't a semantic
Timothy,
thesis.
haven't you like gone after Sully enough today? Like, remember that whole thing
Oh,
before you?
we're just getting started on Sully.
Yeah, that was too. Now you guys,
Look at
I can't believe you stabbed Sully in the back,
But
man.
it's funny
Shame
because
us.
like I think like me
no.
and Dean
I
said
don't.
something that's like way more offensive, but you got
No,
shit on for like
yeah, but
complimenting
you.
Arya.
No, but you insulted.
I
No,
didn't even
but here's
compliment him
the.
as well. I didn't even say.
No, but like here's the thing. Sully is like a fucking dumbass in philosophy. Have you ever spoken to him about a topic like epistemology? Like he doesn't know. He knows fuck all. He can't reason about
No, but it's
like
not. Look,
all.
I'm not.
The only
Like
thing you
you.
think. The only thing you why you think is impressive is because on certain topics that you guys like to talk in and day out, like psychophysical harmony, he reads the paper. He listens to people like Sasha. He watches 100 videos and then he mimics what he hears. Right?
Like
Try talking. Try
you
having.
guys are
Try
crazy,
talking to
bro.
him when he has to have an original thought, right? And then come back and tell me Shaymos is like dumber than
So what's an equivalent like Shaymos original thought? So sorry.
like
Because I'm not.
Shaymos. You can
It's not
talk to
about Sully
him.
being. It's not about Sully being the smartest guy alive, and I do think he's very smart. Just to be clear, but it's like it's
I
about
think so
him being
too.
smart. No, it's about him being smarter than Seamus. Like what like you let's not troll. And Shamos isn't here now, so there's no need to like scream over each other. Like
I'm
the
telling
thing,
you,
no, wait,
in like
Sasha can attest to this, yeah. Like the point, I can't remember because I don't follow and I don't care that much, yeah. But he said something like, um, he said something like hard. He's like hard determinism is like a compatibilist thesis, or he said something fucking retarded, and everyone
I
was
know
telling
what
him
you're
like,
talking about. You were saying that compatibilists are committed to determinism being true after like Ethan kind of preempted that and said, "Yeah, don't make that mistake." He was like, "Yeah, I'm not gonna make that mistake," and then he, you know, at the end, that
okay,
was just his point.
okay, there's that one, and then there's the one with the Sully
That's like how
thing.
you see. Like, I have like a very good memory for this stuff,
Yeah, yeah.
so
I mean, look,
you should trust my judgment on
you
this.
have a palatial memory. It's amazing. Um, it's a dark gypsy basement in Poland. Speaking of which, I haven't seen her in ages. But anyway,
Argus,
look.
I've seen her like yesterday.
Oh, I haven't. I don't know. But yeah, but like as a mate, because I don't go into any other rooms, so I guess she's just not in our rooms for a while. But
Other than what?
wait, what was the? Yeah, you gotta talk about like
wait, and
some.
then the second one was the point about, and Sully came in and confirmed it, by the way, where he said libertarianism entails open theism, or in other words, it's
Oh, I was
contradictory.
not there for that.
Yeah, but I promise, like, bro, and it's not the thing with Seamus is it's not that he takes controversial views because now, because of what you said, he's actually, by the way, a pathological liar as well. Because what
Oh,
you
I
said, he
know
was like,
that.
no, but he was just like, oh, like, yeah, look, I accept this other views in philosophy. At the time, he was saying like anyone that thinks that is retarded, it's a contradiction. Everyone's asking him to give us the contradiction. His contradiction is just random analogies where like it concludes with incredulity. Like he gives us analogies like, and then then I can't do it because God already knows. I can't do that shit because I already know, like shit like that. Like not giving you a real here's why it's contradictory, just more sort of like look how unintuitive this is, yeah. And then like Sally's trying to explain it to him. Sally's giving him,
What's the
his like
TN not
branching
T,
world
right?
stuff. No, like his like contingent world stuff and all this kind of contingent knowledge stuff and blah 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 blah. Okay. He doesn't grasp things. Like he's not like, and then that's just that in the empirical stuff. Like I don't know what happened today. I thought maybe the kid was right about the per capita, but maybe I was wrong. Apparently, Venus, you agree with us. Seamus, I'll defer to you because you were there. But like little things like the last time we had a debate about the racial stuff, like he doesn't even understand what it means to like kind of control for things.
But like, come on, Timothy. Like, you can't like look. Yes, Shamos confidently likes to say stuff that sounds really crazy, and then double and quadruple down on it. That's just like what a lot of these people do. That's like the same shtick as Albedo, and actually the same shtick as Sully.
But Sully, but like Sully, I want to say like in the like because I know what you're talking about. You're talking about stuff like the not Newcomb's problem. What's the three door Monty Hall problem, right? You're talking about stuff like that, right?
I mean,
like,
that was one. I wasn't there for that one, but that's like other shit like that.
yeah,
Like, just like he said something like ridiculous, and he just like wouldn't budge on it.
no, but I feel like with his stuff, it's like at a level where it almost requires a certain degree of intelligence to have any kind of confidence to make an assertion. Whereas like Shamos is at the probably the most elementary level. So it's like evidence of just like being entry level stupid. Where like I guess you guys want to say, look, at the high level, Sully can't compete. And that's up to you. I can't I'm not in a position to evaluate that.
I
But
don't
at
know if
the
he can compete. I'm just like, look,
I don't think he can.
yeah, but
At least
Seamus,
not on
we have evidence.
topics.
We have Seamus evidence at like the preliminary, the fucking rudimentary level. He shit. Like we do, and you guys are just like
no, but
you're
like
some like
but
weird
I said Prime
chaperone
Shamos, and like,
soul.
look, remember Prime Shamos was rated higher than me on the debate tier list. Like, you
Oh,
need
yeah,
to
yeah, because you're a fucking retard.
like
That's
look.
why.
Do you know this? You need to know this poem Ozymandias. Do you know that poem?
But what, sorry?
There's this poem called
Oh,
Ozymandias.
King of Kings. You look upon my works, you mighty, and despair. That shit. The Ramesses the second shit.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
Where it's just like time changes everything, Timothy. Like Ozymandias, that's Seamus. Like, he had this empire, he had this mind palace of philosophy, and now it stands in ruin. And all that's left is this like
Sphinx,
flag.
half a sphinx, right?
Yeah, it's like all that's left is just this like stone tablet written in Shemosian hieroglyphics, saying like here stands my mind palace, and it will stand here forever.
Yeah, I don't know. I think I don't even just to be clear. Like, I think he's smarter than the average person in terms of like verbal IQ, this kind of stuff. And obviously, like like he knows more philosophy than me, for instance, right? Like I'm not, but and
Yeah,
right, I think he definitely does. Like, and he knows a lot of like these topics, like the history of stuff, like and all this kind of
I
shit.
don't think so. I don't think so.
I don't know.
Well, I mean,
I
I don't
think
think
it's
he
he
knows
knows
not
like
it's
much
some
not
about
bits.
the.
no, but it's not
He doesn't
hard.
know
It's not a
much
high
about the
bar.
EAN.
I don't know. I just remember you two talking to each other for hours. But nevertheless, look, my point is just that like I think Sully is just clearly smart. Like not like it's undeniable that he's a smart guy. Whether or
Yeah,
not
but
he's got all these vices, these like epistemic vices, is like a different.
Sully
Wait,
is
sorry, let me
clearly
wait.
smart.
Epistemically unhygienic. You like that one? Come on.
But
I
Shaymos
did.
is also clearly smart as well.
Nah, not clearly. Like it's not like that. Like you like as in Sully walks into a room, has a conversation. Even when he's wrong, he seems kind of smart.
I think
Like
if both walk,
Seamus,
most people are gonna think Shaymos is smart on like a first impression. So,
I
like
really don't
Sully,
think.
Sully on the first impression just sounds like a fucking dumbass.
I mean, yeah, you're like this insanely like like
Yeah,
you
that's insane.
you are like the produce of like so you're the
I
product
have to,
of just like
just like
4chan. No, but like
anybody. Uh,
you're a 4chan engineered refugee. Like that's literally what you are. It's like, oh,
See, I don't know
Agamemnon's a
why.
subhuman retard. Like, I was like, obviously, people. If Agamemnon walks into a room, people are gonna think he's very smart. Like, just like, don't be dumb. Like, that's
Yeah, maybe if he walks into like a mental asylum or something, yeah.
because I'm saying you've lost touch with reality. Though, like, no one can take you seriously.
Now forget the Agamemnon thing, but like, I think Sully makes bad first impression. Like all the like people debate like smart people on TikTok or debates all think he's like mentally
Yes,
retarded after
four.
like
That's
one
what I'm saying.
conversation.
You are 4chan engineered.
All
Like
right.
I mean human beings. I don't mean like little
Yeah,
fucking
but
gay
look, if
robots.
Millet like fucking walked into a place, people are gonna think he's smart.
He is
If you just talk
smart.
about like the normie everyday people, yeah, like Jet Hair, if she walks into like people are gonna think, oh,
Nah,
that
Jet.
lady had like a
People
lot
think
of things
Jet.
to
No, no, no.
contribute.
People think she's retarded. 100%.
I'm just being mean.
I'm not. I swear to you. No, but it's also stuff like timing in discussions, all this kind of shit. Like, I think it's a combination of like social acuity and actual intelligence, and then like knowledge to contribute to topics. Like sometimes the smartest thing to do is shut your mouth.
No, for advice, Timothy, you should do.
Yeah, maybe no. Like I'll grant you that maybe I should do that, but that's not the
I'm
point.
just doing multiple things, by the way, so I might not hear if you ask the question. But
I bet.
I'll get most things you say.
I'm like at the gym.
Do you know what? To be honest, I actually need to focus as well. I've been taking the piss,
Wait,
arguing with
what
Shameless
are
and
you?
stuff.
The fuck are you? You're not doing anything. Like, why are you pretending like you have some important thing? Like, you have like low effort work, and then you have like
It's not.
gym, and on the
It's
gym.
low. It's low effort because I make it low effort. But the reality is, if I cared about like social and professional mobility, I'd probably be more focused than I am. But right now, I actually have to do some stuff. So I'm gonna jump off. I'll be back in like an hour and a half. Wait, actually, yeah, hour and a half. I'll wave you or something or a message. You
All
say,
right, all right, all
peace.
right, all right. Peace out. Let's get some Zionists in here, maybe debate them.
Well, Melith.
Millet isn't a Zionist.
Well,
Millet the other day condemned Zionism and they condemned the Talmud and the rabbis. You remember Millet when you condemned the rabbis?
Oh yeah.
what was the nickname I gave you, Melith?